Computer. Hello, everyone. This is Vicky Hacking, and it's just fun to be with you tonight. We have a really fun night planned, and we are going to, first of all, I'm going to pin the speaker. That helps. Okay. So, welcome to the Hive. So, tonight we just kind of have a little bit of a hodgepodge. We're going to share, and we've got some really fun people that are top leaders in Jafra and have been with Jafra for over 50 years. And so, I'm just going to tell you that they're going to share their best business building idea. Okay. And they're because of the fact that I am the host of the call, I get to go first. So I'm Vicky Hacking and I am your Jafra ambassador. And just to remind you a few things, you'll find this recording on my YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you put in Jafra VH for Vicky Hacking, you will find me. Or you could put in Jafra Vicky Hacking and you probably find me too. But all the recordings are there. So tonight we're just kind of doing what we call buzzing, okay? Because this is the Hive. It's always on Monday nights. It's at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And we come on and a lot of times, sometimes we have a guest speaker. Sometimes we just talk about things, but a lot of times we don't record. So tonight we're recording because we want to help you with your Jafra business. So we're going to give you our best ideas. So on your mark, get set. Here we go. So when I started in Jafra, I remember that my favorite thing was to be able to create a deal. So I always created something that I could talk to someone and say, if you have a party for me, or if you have a few friends over, this is what my plan would be. And I always told them that when we had the party, that they were to leave their pocketbooks at home. I know it was that kind of a crazy thing, but you know what? It worked for me because if they thought that they were going to come and they were going to experience Jafra and have a facial or try the products on the back of their hand, because I'm kind of famous for the back of the hand facial where they don't have to try it on their face. They can do everything on the top of their hand. Then I said, we're just going to have fun. We're going to have a fun night. And I don't want you to be spending money because I just want you to experience Jafra. So it's a leave your pocketbook at home night. Now, I know that kind of sounds crazy, but for me, it was something that I created and that I felt good about because when I asked people to come, it wasn't like I was saying, won't you come to my Jafra party and buy something? I don't know why that was hard for me. So I got behind the idea and it was like I couldn't wait to say, who wants to have a Jafra party? And then what I would do for the hostess is I would say, and our hostess tonight, she gets 45% off of her order. So I wasn't about the profit. I was about creating an idea that I could run with. So that might not be an idea for you, but I came up with an idea that I knew that if I gave the hostess 45% off of her order one time only, that I thought she would have a few friends over. Now, it just worked for me. Then the second thing was I thought, well, if I tell everybody to leave their pocketbooks at home, they're going to come because they won't feel obligated. And I did a lot of parties at my house. So I just have a couple of ladies over and I say, hey, listen, leave your pocketbook at home. I just want you to come and experience Jafra because I knew the products would sell themselves. So those are my two ideas and they worked for me. And again, it wasn't that my idea would work for you. It's that I created that idea and I believed in it and I could get excited about it because I knew that that's something that would turn me on. So come up with an idea and remember, don't always think about your profit because if you're thinking about how much money you're going to make, I promise you they're going to be knowing it. I don't know what there is about but don't focus on the money. Focus on their experiencing Jafra. You're meeting new people, and that you may have people that are going to be clients or consultants that are going to come in and be part of your team. If you're focusing on those things, then people are going to be drawn to you. But if in the back of your mind you're saying, oh, I hope it's a $400 party. Oh, I hope this is a $500 party. I promise you, people are going to sense it. I don't know what it is. focus on people and they're experiencing the products and that they will become a lifelong client for you or a consultant. That's what's going to draw people to you. Okay, who's next? Helen, step up to the plate. You always have some wonderful ideas.
Well, I would just say I was trying to think, oh my gosh, this has been such a wonderful journey. But I will tell you, I think my motto is never go any place alone. Always take somebody with you. And so when I was teaching a lot of classes, I always took consultants with me to observe. Okay. And so if I didn't have anybody there, I would ask the hostess for an empty chair and put it there. And people would always say, why do you have that empty chair? And I would say, because I'm looking for somebody here who would like to come in and do what I do. And also, I would ask people at that party to vote at the end. Vote on who they thought would make the best Jafra consultant. And then I would give that person a gift. And so that's something that I did in my early career to really build and to sponsor. Okay.
So when you took somebody with you, Helen, was it always a consultant? Did you say it was always a consultant? And that's how you trained them, huh?
Yes, how I trained them.
And then
Yes.
they watched you make the filling out the order, and they were helpers, weren't they?
Oh, they helped me. So, oh, no, no, they didn't just sit in a chair. They passed out the mirrors. So they learned on the job training.
Yeah,
But I think a key secret in Jafra is never go anyplace alone. Always take somebody with you.
absolute great idea, Helen. Okay, who wants to step up to the plate? Come on, give us your best.
Go.
Okay, go.
This is Sarah.
I'll put you on, Sarah. Hold on, I gotta pin you.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong here to do that. Let's go back to the gallery. Where's Sarah? Where are you? There you are, right there. Okay, Sarah, hold on. I'm gonna add a pin. Here we go. Go. You're there.
Okay. So many of you know that I just moved to Wheatland, Wyoming, and totally new. It's a town of 3,600 people. And, I just took advantage of the opportunity as we were getting our health insurance and our auto insurance and our, unfortunately in this little town of 3,600 people, I'm able to do business with locals. And so of course I'm always sharing Jafra. And right there, when I went to open my bank account, you're in their own private office and I tell them about Jafra and I said, hey, I have a gift for you. And I pull out my phone and I pull up my website and we do a skin analysis right there. Because what the skin analysis does, it is actually, I don't think I'm pinned, but anyways, what the skin analysis does is it tells them their need, and I have one girl I met at my church. She's one of my best friends here in town. She's a farmer's wife, and she was using another product line. And I gave her a sample. She goes, oh, it's fine, but I like what I'm using. And then, but she was nice and she wanted to have a party for me. So at the party, here's what I do. And I'm just telling you, anyone can do this business. Because I used to say, if I could give you the perfect skin, what kind of results would you want? And they would tell you. And then as you talk about the products, you let them know what takes care of the sagging or the lines or the even or whatever it is. But when you do the skin analysis, so at her party, I had everyone pull up their phone, and we got them all to my website. I told them how to find the skin analysis, and they each analyzed their skin. So as a result, it right there. And then I asked them to take a picture. You know how you can take a picture of the screen? So they have that. And if I can get them to send it to me, but that particular woman, her name is Melinda, she saw that her skin was very dry. And Wyoming's pretty dry. We don't have the humidity like I had on the coast of California. And so she ordered the Defy skincare set, because if you go down, it tells the recommendations. And she ordered the Defy skincare set. So I use that skin analysis wherever I am. It just takes a moment. I wish Jafra would make it easier to find. I wish it would just pop up. You have to literally go to your website, and then you got to go all the way to the bottom where that little black area is, and you've got to find the virtual skin consult. I wish it was easier. That's something we could all tell them, but I'm telling you, I've sold skincare sets to my banker. I've sponsored my insurance person. It's fun and it's easy. The other thing that I've been doing is events in my town. And so, fortunately, as I was out and about getting to know people and store owners, one of the gals' mother used the almond. So she ordered it for her for Christmas. And she was doing an event called a love affair at Valentine's. And the person that would have been in my category could not be there. So she contacted me and she said, would you like to do this? And there's a place called 10th Street Social in our town. So I went and I set up my table, and I brought way too much stuff. So I'm going to tell you my little hint on that. My husband did not like, why are you bringing all this stuff? But really what I've learned to do is have a theme. And I just take the monthly brochure, and whatever we're focusing on, that's my theme. And then I can, have that. But I always have the consultant case. I've already sponsored 2 people in my town. I have a couple more I'm working on. But it is really fun and simple. But I'm going to tell you what my magnet is. It is the ginger sea salt scrub.
Yeah.
Because, the Jafra way, most people, when they set up a table, they just have a table where people look. If they have something to eat, they might have a little taste. But the Jafra way is we get it on their skin, right? Whatever it is. And I always tell them we're the Royal Jelly Company. I want to set Jafra apart. And so the ginger sea salt, that was my very first thing I did. I think I don't know. It's just, to me, it's a low hanging fruit. It's super simple. You just need the one thing. It smells fabulous, but I am shocked how many people in Wheatland, Wyoming have Birkenstocks and tattoos. So if you have a tattoo, I'm going to say, let me bring your tattoo alive. And I just take my little ginger sea salt, I put it on their skin. I've done the whole hand treatment, the water and the pitcher and the whole thing. You guys know all that with the almond and whatever we're doing. But right. I'm telling you, the simple way is you take a wipe, you wipe it off, or if I forget wipes, I just use a paper towel. And especially if they have a tattoo on one arm and not on the other, oh my goodness. It is amazing. One looks vibrant and young and fresh, like it was just done. And the other one looks dull because it's kind of like, well, we have a wood burning stove and you get this it's like dust, all over. And so dust makes it look dull. Dry skin makes it look dull. It's so fun and simple. And I always have them for sale. So right now, if you want to do that, they're the best price they've been, $25. I have an out the door price. I don't do tax and shipping. Whatever I'm going to charge because I need it to be simple. I take Venmo, Zelle, cash, or check. Since Jafra no longer lets us do credit cards, I've never set that up. But I make it super simple, super fun. I get to know people, and it smells fabulous. And people, I'm meeting people and having wonderful time. We have farmers market here in our town. So I was doing the 10th Street Social at the 3rd Thursday of the month. Now we have farmers market every other Friday and every Saturday morning. And I've gotten it down to a simple science. I mean, Jim and we can put it all in my Prius and take it over there. So I'm just bringing the things I want to sell, which is I finally sold the huge decanter of royal jelly for $92. I was so excited. And people come back.
Somebody that used Jafra before.
No, she didn't use Jafra before, but I just kept introducing her. And I think I sold her the the little vial for $10. But and so she wanted another one. And when I told her the price, even though it was on special, I said, well, really, she heard me talk to someone else go, this is the best deal. And you can use it all over your body. And so I was ready to take a picture of her. I was so excited. But you develop relationships. It's just like your clients in a party. And I have my Jaffa room, so I have products on hand. But really and truly, I've had people order from me that have met me at the markets. But anytime you can close the sale there, it's a better, because you're not hoping, waiting, whatever.
Sarah, Maria wants to know if you put anything else on the tattoo after the sea salt.
No. Because the sea salt,
and you wipe it off. You do wipe off the sea salt.
Yeah, and if I forget to bring my if you wet their hands and put it on their hands, you can spray it. Thank you. I needed to remember that. You can spray it their hands and make it wet, and what I tell them is you use it at the end of your bath or shower from head to toe, and your body's wet. You turn the water off and scrub the whole body down, and it dissolves, and then you just rinse it off. But you can do it anywhere at any time. So I have forgotten to bring wipes. I just use a paper towel. They don't even care, because it just wipes off. But they're so thrilled, and it's so easy. I'm telling you, you take that anywhere, anytime. People want it.
You guys, I would use a setting spray or some type of a spritzer to spritz it and then wipe it off.
That's a really good idea.
Because it is a little gritty, Sarah, even when you
at a farmer's market, you should have.
That's true. And what does it matter if it makes the tattoo glow? I'm with it.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
So those are my tips.
Oh, Sarah, you were fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, who's next? Best idea. Wileen, are you not coming on?
I was typing Maria a response that the ginger sea salt has an oil base, so that leaves your skin oily and dewy. So
yeah, it does. That's right.
Yeah. I haven't done a party in years.
Yeah.
But what I do is
You dress up.
I always dress the part, anytime I leave the house. But with my clients, if I always, and most of my clients are close to my age or whatever, and so I get them on the Defy. And once I feel that they are a solid client in the skincare, then I just offer them the opportunity and just tell them, you might as well just have your own account. That's what I do. I just and tell them, I said, I'll still get some commission from you, because they say, oh no, I don't want to, because I want you to make the money. And I said, well, that's very nice, but I still will as your team leader. And so that's always been my success. I haven't just signed anybody up willy-nilly. I want to make sure they're a solid client before I turn them loose.
That's good advice. Really good advice. Thank you. Wileen is our lipsticks queen. She's our lip stain queen. She's all about lips.
I wish they would bring more back.
Her training. Go in and look for how are they going to find you? Where are they going to find you? They could find you on my channel. That I'm trying to think, because you do a mean lip stain.
I haven't done one for a while.
You need to get back into
I did some with those new
okay. Lips going to share in 8 minutes when she gets to her destination.
Yeah.
Okay, now Debbie, come on, Debbie.
Okay, I finally unmuted. Sarah had some great ideas, and I share many of those. My motto is, once it touches the skin, the sales begin. So I used to always say, leave your pocketbooks at home. Said that at my first party, just like you said, Vicki. And that was a winner, because I burped lids for 3 months, and I just said, I will never sell Jaffa. I'm not selling this. In fact, I invited my next door neighbor over who sold Avon, but she was using Jaffa on her skin. And I said, I just need to get some people here to practice.
Right.
And
we did that, didn't we?
Can I borrow your face, please, for half an hour,
Yes,
and
yes.
You don't know my story, but I had terrible skin, and when I started using Jafra, it cleared up so much. People want to know what I was using, and I knew it would work on me. Anything would be better, but I was amazed when it worked on other people as well, and their skin was glowing. And I'll tell you, if you have more than one person in the room, they will sell each other because they see it and they're going, "Oh yeah, look at that! Wow, look in the mirror," and they're just amazed. And so that's one thing to get them excited about the product. And they said, "Oh, yes. And, we want to buy this." And I said, "Oh, no, I'm not selling it." She said, "Yes, you are. And you're coming to my house because I would give away a royal jelly if they would have a party for me." And so I went over to their house with her. She says, "My sister's coming down from New York and you're going to I need to give her a party so I can get that royal jelly for myself." So royal jelly was a real key. And I still will give a royal jelly away. If someone has a party, if they have 3 new faces, they'll get a royal jelly milk bomb from me. I'm not going to charge them. I'll just give it to them. So that's one thing. Um, Also, the tattoo cream, that Royal Jelly Body Complex, if they have 2 bookings, they can get one of those for free as well. So that's another thing that helps. Today I had 4 clients I talked to, birthdays. Helen Wells, thank you, about the birthday ideas. If you have a party or if you make a purchase in your birthday month, you can get a percentage off. I said 30%. But of course, if they do it once, then they may want that 30% again, and they may want to come back and just become a client because I'm a consultant. Because I tell them after they've been with me for a year, I feel guilty making money off of them. So I want them to just have their own account so they can go and make their own. So let's see, what else did I say? I used to set up, do hand, face, and feet for $5 before COVID. The timeshare won't let me come back there anymore just because they're just different rules now about that sort of thing. But people would fall in love. I would do the ginger sea salt on the hands, and they would fall in love with that. So lots of great ideas here. So those are my two.
Okay. Thank you so much, Debbie. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I want to say that if you haven't watched my back of the hand facial, I'm just trying to see here. Let me go back here to speaker. Okay, so if you will, let me go right here and do one more thing here. Change. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hold on. I guess maybe when I keep talking, maybe it will come out. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. All right. So I think it's important that when you're doing a party, that you learn how you want to present your products. So there are so many ways for you to learn how to do this. You can go into the Jafra channel, you can go into WhatsApp, and you can ask people questions, like how do you do this? How do you do that? I hope all of you are members of our WhatsApp channel because we have so many great helpers. All these women are just great helpers. But I always believed in the back of the hand facial for me. And so I've got a video on my YouTube channel on how to do it. But just letting people experience the products, comparing both hands, one that has the facial and one that doesn't. It's just like with the tattoos. If you can have one arm and the other arm, that's a visual. So I love these ideas that you're sharing tonight. They are so good. So who else is going to come on? Anybody else that wants to come on and share an idea? We'll just wait a minute.
I can share an idea. It's not really mine, but I need some help on closing clients, And so I was talking to Jackie. Jackie lives on through all of us. She does.
Yes.
She said, it's as easy as this. You're at the end of the facial. It's just the 2 of you. And you say, you have 3 choices. Your first choice is you can buy products as a client and get, kind of look at Jafra for all the sales and stuff. So that's one opportunity. The second one is to be a hostess. Have your friends over and do what we did tonight, but in a little bit, bigger group. But the best thing is to sign up and get your own account and get a great discount. Which of these 3 would influence you, and which of these 3 would you like the best? And I did try that. And I tell you what, so far it's at 100%. Everyone says, I want my own account. I mean, that's crazy not to. I'm like, oh my God, thanks, Jackie. But yeah, that was huge for me. It's just giving them ideas, suggestions, and offers, and they always chose the opportunity.
It works. It
It does.
absolutely works. I love it, Patty. That you did it so simply. You really did. You got
Thank you.
you got three choices here, make three decisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know me, that's always been my story. I just felt it was easier for me. I always wanted the easy route. And it just seemed like to be able to give them that, sign up for your own account, get your own products, and so many people have stayed all these years, because they do. And now, now that we are signing people up for that $25, I don't know how many of you are doing this, but giving them that $25 back if they place a $400 order. And then, or, in other words, you're going to send them, just give them a check for 25, but whatever way, you could Venmo them the money or whatever, or even half of it. I don't even know that you have to do the 25. I'll pay for half of your $25 investment if you place a $400 order in that first month. But as I see it, I think it's important that we have them do it in the first, right? Because if you bring somebody in, I've got a couple of people waiting to join, but I don't want to bring them in until the first of the month. If anybody see anything that I'm doing wrong on that? I just feel like if they come in, they'll be able to get the 45% off, get the free shipping, but they'll also have time to go through the brochure and make up their mind. I feel like this is trying to rush them, and I don't want to have to put any pressure on them. What do you guys think?
Trip qualifications, you need to wait.
Yeah, I just feel like with this new program, they need to wait till the first of the month.
And it's 3 days.
No, and it's 3 days. Well,
Doesn't this month
this
count
was
for the
2
trip
days
though?
Yes, it does. It counts for the
does?
trip, but really and truly, Vicky, what you can make that offer, and if they're not going to do it immediately, then say, if they're not going to take advantage and do one of the $400 kits, then say, you know what, it might be better to wait a couple days. Waiting is dangerous. A lot can happen in 3 days.
Mhm.
You're right.
I was just going to say that, and I think it depends on their intention. Are they signing up so that they can shop wholesale? Are they signing up to do it as a business? What is their intention with it? Because if they're not planning on purchasing again for another few weeks, then why wait? You don't want to lose the excitement. You don't want them to second guess their decision. And so by asking questions is going to determine what timeline I'm giving them, because I'm the same way. I don't like signing people up at the end of the month, because when I first signed up, I had somebody sign up the last day of the month, and she missed out on some of the jumpstart stuff, which we don't have jumpstart anymore, but she was mad because I didn't ask the right questions to find out what her intentions were, what her goals are, what her plans are. And so I think it's important to have that interview to find out, find out and follow up so that you can guide them in the right steps, whether it's better to wait till the first of the month or do it now because they're already getting free shipping. Even if it's the last day of the month, if they're adding to their cart with their kit, they're already going to get free shipping. So there's no huge benefits to waiting unless they're trying to get to 400, unless they're wanting to be VIP, unless they're wanting to do it as a business and add orders and
They can still
stuff
get
to
the starter pack, right? They can still get the starter pack.
and they can add anything and get 45% off, and it all ships free, even if it's the last day of the month.
I didn't know that. They can they're always at 45%, aren't they? For the first
for
3
the first
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the only benefit to them waiting is if they're like, oh, I want to be VIP, I need to get to 400, but I don't have that in my pocket to pay that, so I need to collect orders, I need time. Then yes, maybe wait till the first of the month so they have the whole month to collect orders and build up, if that was what their challenge is.
However, for
however,
Hawaii, they need to have 400 for them to count for us. They need to be 400 qualified new consultants.
One order.
It has to be one order.
I guess I don't know.
I'm a little confused.
I thought it was 400. I think it's cumulative in their month
Yeah.
that they sign up.
It is a
So
cumulative,
if they
yeah.
weren't ready to do it, now I signed up the 2 people for my bonus in Vegas, And I said to them, I wasn't sure either one of them would do the 400, but that's what I needed. And I said, I showed them what it was, and they kind of went, and I said, well, you know what? I'd be willing to split it with you. And both of them ended up doing the 400 on their own. But it just kind of opens up the conversation, and you give them an option. And I think, Vicki, it's better to give them an option, because I have one girl that had to wait, and now she's, yeah, time's not our friend.
Well, Sarah, I've already got the credit card. I got everything
Oh, okay.
all there.
Okay.
It's like I'm just trying to decide, and I was thinking about it, and I just thought that maybe they needed some time to get that order together, you know, and
That's why you have to ask them
I felt
questions.
like I would be rushing them, and they don't even have a catalog or anything.
Yeah,
So-
but they have the website.
That's true.
And we have
you
some
never
really
wanna
great
prejudge.
specials this month. They miss out on all the specials this month, like the ginger sea salt for $25.
And look, and I'm so excited about the new color program for the
Yes.
color match certification. That's 400 right there. Like, that is an incredible deal, 200 out of pocket, and everything that they get with it. Like, that's just an amazing thing that I'm going to be promoting the heck out of.
When is
So,
that?
that is available now to new consultants and VIPs.
Yes, yes.
And the royal jelly's on special too, and it's no limit. So you can get 3 royal jellies for 102. Or actually for 51, 3 royal jellies, and it's commissionable. So that's a great deal right there.
Okay. Well,
And
thank
Yeah,
I think if you're going to offer the $25 back in the kit, you need to make it really special. And I have done this and tell them, okay, I have 2 $25 gift cards I can give to people who join with a $400 order. Would you like?
Oh, I love that.
Okay. And so when they know that it's not just totally unlimited forever, but it is, but I have 2 I can give away. Would you want to be one of my?
Oh, Ellen, that's brilliant.
So
Yeah.
one of the ones that I'm doing is anybody that signs up with a $200 kit or more, or has a $200 order or more, because for me, my minimum that I need is 200, not 400, is everybody that's 200 or more is in my drawing for a decanter. And so if only one person signs up, they're guaranteed a decanter. If 5 people sign up, they have a 1 in 5 chance of getting the decanter.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you also have to mail that decanter to them.
I just
Yeah, but
mailed
I'm also
4.
talking to,
Yeah, I just mailed 4 to one of my consultants because she wanted the advance, and I save it up for her. And it cost me $20. Well, it cost her $20 to send her those 4.
I pass that on to them. You're right.
The postage is costing more than the gifts these days. Sorry to interrupt,
so
Becky.
Vicki, can I share my couple of ideas?
You please do. Where are you? Keep talking so I can find you.
I'm me.
I'll find you. There we go. Okay, here we go. All right. I've got here, remove the pin. Isn't that funny? Keep talking, to go.
So one of the things that I have decided to do is, because our G fragrance that is in the $25 kit, that is the only fragrance I'm wearing as long as that kit is out right now. So that way, when people are complimenting me on my fragrance and what is that you're wearing, it starts the conversation. And I tell them they can get it for $25, and here's all the perks and benefits to why they want to get it for $25. Here's everything else that comes with it. Here's the shopping discount, etc. So just by them asking what I'm wearing and complimenting my fragrance, it starts that conversation about the $25 kit and all the perks of a membership. And then we were talking about facials, and